What's up, y'all? It's your boy 317 Casper, Naptown represent. In this video, we are reacting to 15 scary videos that will make you believe by Chills. The original video will be down in the description below. I have not seen this before. I'm already a pretty firm believer in the paranormal, only because of what's going on in my house. Just to show you an example, in one of the videos I recorded, I caught something like maybe walking around my house. It's like the floor creaks is what I see. And then right after that, at the same time, you can almost see a shadow going behind me. So we're just going to react to this real quick, and then we'll go to the video.
This episode is brought to you by The Rich Wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It's kinda strange how most people still use wallets from the 90s,
Like
carrying
that.
around all sorts of...
I don't know if you guys heard that, but I've been hearing that all day. So here, I'll play it back one time.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by The Rich
Watch
Wallet.
right here.
It's light, sleek, and industrial. It's kinda strange how most people still use wallets
Right
from
here,
the 90s,
see? Like
carrying
that.
around all sorts of...
It could be my chair, but if you watch afterwards, I'll be swaying, and there's
I don't
no
know
shadow.
if you guys heard that, but I've been hearing that all day.
Sounds like something's moving, man.
That is freaking crazy.
See, nothing moved over there.
I'm sure it caught that too.
junk in an unorganized...
Just to show you guys
For me,
real
it's
quick.
truly an
Sorry, I didn't mean to let it play right there. Let's get back into the video we're reacting to.
If you are not a believer of the paranormal, this video might help change your mind. Number 15. This video comes from the Kadena Air Force Base in Japan. One of the guards noticed shadowy movement coming from behind a barrier while on patrol, and when he checked the monitor later, he found the CCTV system had saved this recording of the incident.
You see?
Yeah, I see the shadow moving.
You see how it moves?
There it literally flies away.
Man, this one seems pretty real, just by their reaction, and they got it on a CCTV, a camera that's always there, and it doesn't look like it doesn't look nothing solid is there. It's kind of, it's not see-through, but it's like a gas. It's not solid, but I just with like what I just showed you guys, I got new security cameras, and I'm kind of scared to what I might capture, but let's get back to this.
This could be a bug walking across the camera, but the two guards stationed there definitely agree that it's a ghost. Watch this part and tell me who you believe.
Right there, slow.
Number 14.
I guess it could have been a bug really close to the lens and it couldn't focus. I mean, I could see that.
A YouTuber named James Anderson records a strange event that occurred on the side of the road in a small village in England. His dash cam picks up a figure walking dangerously close to his vehicle. Obviously, whoever this is must have seen his headlights coming from a mile away, yet they clearly make no effort to move over. Why this person was traveling in pitch dark, or how they were even able to keep track of where they were going is a mystery.
It wasn't able to focus on the face either. The guy was going too fast, but that's definitely creepy. But is it paranormal? I don't think so. I think it could have just been someone walking down the road.
That's tough to solve. Stranger still is the high-pitched whistle that James records as he passes by. Is this sound an electrical disturbance caused by the paranormal? Listen. Number 13.
No, that's definitely more creepy. I wonder if he heard the whistle as well, or if it's just in the video. Because it might be just like audio interference, but that sounded like a whistle.
13. Something in this empty bathroom is putting this dog on high alert.
I still want to say that last one was just not paranormal.
But not even the animal knows exactly what or where it is. First, the dog sniffs under a counter until something grabs its attention from above, but nothing moves or otherwise makes a sound, so I don't know what it's looking at here. Then the dog starts barking wildly while backing out of the bathroom and looking all around, almost like it's surrounded by something that you and I can't see.
Yeah, he's trying to let his owner know that something's there.
It actually looks like something makes it stop and flinch here at 30 seconds. I don't see or hear a bug flying around, which is my only guess. So what could this dog...
That is showing signs. And I definitely feel like animals can pick up on entities. Because my cat, if anything happens around here, she don't even have to see it and she'll want to go out. She gets like a feeling and it just takes over the house.
Dog be having a reaction to. Anyway, the dog actually sits down in confusion for a bit and then backs out of the bathroom. If you saw this in your home, would you readily have an explanation at hand, or would you question the possibility of a spirit realm? And speaking of bathroom mirrors with seemingly paranormal occurrences, this couple was trying to take a selfie, but look what's happening in the mirror. Do you think this is paranormal or Photoshop? It definitely looks convincing to me.
It does look pretty real, but it wouldn't be hard to Photoshop, as in you just take two pictures, one of each way, and then you just do a split. That one would have very easily been faked. And it was too clear quality.
Number 12.
I see it
I know, me too.
right now.
I
And
know.
there's nothing in the window.
I see it.
3 friends record an abandoned old house that is overgrown with weeds and thickets. At 2 minutes and 37 seconds, you can see that nothing is in the doorway. But just 5 seconds later, something pokes its head through the door.
Look, bro, right at the curtain, bro. Something's looking at us.
Something is looking at us.
This could be a spirit
Go. Leave. You are not welcome there.
peeking out at them from the darkness, or it could be a leaf dangling in the wind from a nearby ivy patch. The camera quality is pretty bad, but this was taken in 2007, so most phones looked like this. Still, whatever they saw that day was enough to make a believer out of all 3 of them. I'm sure it looked much more clear in person. Number 11.
And you could see there was nothing there. And 5 seconds later, there's something peeking its head and it's staring at you. No way, man. I feel like that was paranormal.
This video, taken on the island of St. Pierre and Miquelon, shows a ship that won't come into the focus until the camera is fully zoomed in. It is not visible from the shore, and it appears to be a real ghost ship. When the camera zooms back out, it once again mysteriously and inexplicably disappears from sight. Unless this is good video editing skills, how does this event even occur?
I just see it as like a bad phone video, you know what I'm saying? They're just zooming in, zooming out. It was obviously still there. They could probably still see it in real life. How else did they see it to take that video? I feel like that was not paranormal, and that actually shouldn't have even made the list.
Number 10. 2 friends decide to explore a long country road leading to a cemetery somewhere in India. 3:33 a.m. rolls along, and they think they are safe from any danger since they've gotten this far without anything happening. But that's precisely when they are ambushed from the shadows. A much taller figure in all black robes chases them without saying a word. The scared friend is running as fast as he can, but somehow the figure manages to keep up despite taking much shorter steps at a lesser speed. As they run for their lives, it lets out squeals of insane joy while trailing from behind. At 4 minutes and 30 seconds, they leave the graveyard, and it seems to disappear back into the darkness from where it came, apparently unable to leave the sacred grounds past this point. Number 9.
That was weird for sure, because like you could tell the thing was just walking, and he was running for his life. And then the laugh was creepy, but I mean it had a very human shape, so I couldn't tell if that one was real or fake, because it very well could have been planned and faked. what mess do we got going on here?
Woman somehow stands at the very top of a tree with her arms behind her back and does not topple over or lose her balance in the slightest.
Wow.
There are a few reasons why this could be paranormal. Aside from being able to hold this unnatural position for a long period of time, the branches look way too thin to hold up a person. She also never looks away from a single point in the sky, not even when the village tries to get her attention. It's almost like they do not exist to her at all. Number 8.
Oh, that was creepy. That looked like a human, though. That didn't look like no ghost. It's the middle of daytime. I mean, I don't know if there's any rules to the spirit world or anything like that. I'm just getting into this, but that I don't know what to think of that, because that branch, it looked dead. It didn't look, and too thin to hold a human. I mean, but she was just a girl. I mean, probably like 130 pounds or so. I mean, like, that one was creepy. And then the honking the horn and all that, and just no reaction at all. That would have took a lot of practice to ignore stuff. That one was weird. I can't explain it.
This video of a graveyard in Alabama has been making believers out of people since 2007. A creeping fog rises up way too fast and seems to speed off in a hurry. There are no other visible patches of fog on the ground at all, which means a single random low-hanging cloud appears out of nowhere.
I saw it move. I didn't see it come into frame, but I did see it move.
An odd weather occurrence is definitely suspicious, at the very least, and given the location, seemingly borders on the paranormal. Number 7.
That was... I don't know what that was. That was a creepy, because there was obviously no fog around. So, I mean, I feel like that may have been paranormal.
A hotel worker in Mexico films a clean property to show to his boss when a bizarre encounter sends him running in the opposite direction. Ghost, wind, or prank? That is the question.
¿Veas, George? ¿Cómo lo ves?
According to the uploader, this mask is very heavy and impossible to move so easily. I personally noticed that the plants and trees are not moving, so it can't be the wind. That leaves one of two possibilities. Either someone was playing a joke on him.
Man, I hate the way he talks. He talks like a retard.
Or he really was visited by a spirit. Which do you think it was?
I think it was somebody pulling a string off camera. That's what it is to me.
Number 6. A YouTuber named Kelsey Davies visits a haunted chapel in San Juan, Mexico, where a massive quake once took the lives of at least 40 people during the 1800s. She and a friend are trying to look down a creepy glass window that leads to the old plumbing system when this voice chuckles to itself in 3 deep notes.
Huh, so they still have like... Did you hear that? Have like...
The laughter sounds like it's practically behind them, but when Kelsey turns around just seconds later, you can see how small and empty the room is. No one else is nearby.
We legit just heard a laugh. I'm supposed to flash. That was a laugh. That was like...
And when they go into the next room, they notice the chain is swinging as if someone had just walked by. I guess they could have moved it themselves and started recording immediately afterwards, but that still wouldn't explain the laughter earlier. Are these two events enough to...
I don't know about the chain. The chain's weird, but that laugh did seem pretty legit. Because it was a deep tone, and they showed nobody else was in the room. And it was the laugh was exactly like how the girl did it. So, I mean, and their reaction was pretty legit.
To make you believe. Number 5. A strange shadow is caught in church moving against the wall and then vanishing midway across the entranceway. You can see the door is well lit, and in my opinion the shadow should have continued to pass across without disappearing. It's
Yeah.
almost like it passed through the doors instead. Less than a minute later, this streak of light falls from the sky to the ground. Is this just a coincidence or a further sign of the paranormal? Number 4.
That could easily have been a bug or some dust. I don't really like the orbs and stuff. I don't really believe those. But, I mean, I have seen one orb video that seemed pretty legit. And if you watch my previous reactions, you'll know what I'm talking about. But, the shadow going halfway across and then disappearing. I mean, the only way you could really describe that is like having somebody walk throughout the church. And then, like, there's just like a line of sight of light. And somebody walks in front of it, but like you said, it stopped right at the doors, like it went through the doors. If it was like, I don't know. I feel like that last one was pretty real. At least the shadow.
4. This strange and distant ghostly voice recorded in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania has not been solved since 2005. Take a listen and try to explain what it could be. Some people say it sounds like a ghost speaking in a different language, while others say it sounds like a general giving marching orders. All I know is that the voice sounds pretty different than anyone else in the video. Everyone else is speaking at a normal volume and sounds pretty clear, so poor camera quality is not to blame. Listen.
The men at Gettysburg College to stick to their studies.
Yet this voice sounds like it's somehow simultaneously up close and far away in comparison. What is it? Number 3. A YouTuber named Stan Carlock uploads a strange incident that occurred on his front porch, which he claims was uninhabited at.
I don't know about that last video. Like, I heard it. I thought it said, "Get homie," or "Big homie," but probably not what he said. But I couldn't hear what he said, but you could definitely tell something was there.
At the time, everything looks normal, and then a whirlwind of paranormal mist takes off out of nowhere. Stan claims to see a giant face in the mist, which I can only kind of see here at the 18-second mark. Its mouth is open, and its right eye and nose are just barely visible.
The square is a lot better to see it in. Like right there's the eyes, nose, and mouth. I can kind of see it, but it's not obvious. But this could very easily have been faked by somebody just blowing smoke. And this is I forget what it's called, but it's like a projective thinking. Like I put an idea in your head, and that's what you see.
Let me know if you can see it too. Number 2. A YouTuber named Commando Incorporated gets a home security alert on his phone at 2 a.m. after a motion detection camera turns itself on. When he checks out the video recording, he sees what appears to be someone's broad shoulder and possibly their hair in the shot, almost like they are standing in place and swaying slightly. I agree that it definitely looks like a person, but here's the thing. When he shows the location of the camera, it's almost impossible for that to be true.
So this is underneath the porch, and just like I said, it's like probably 10 to 15 feet, 10 feet off the ground at least right here.
Not only is the camera up too high for anyone to reach, but Commando Incorporated says that he has a second motion activated camera near the first one that for some reason did not go off.
The other camera looks down my steps and at the back of my house. The other camera didn't go off, so there was no movement or anything down here.
Now keep in mind that the first camera, the one that detected that movement, is just down the steps on the other side of this rail.
And this is where, right underneath here, is where that camera is. It's actually sitting.
So basically, there should be no way for someone to stand nearby without both cameras going off.
That's 100% creepy. I couldn't explain that. I feel like that might be paranormal.
Commando Incorporated was on military leave at the.
Sorry if I keep saying that. I'm already a believer, so whenever I'm kind of just judging if I think it's paranormal or not.
time and nowhere near his property. What do you make of this event? Paranormal or somehow staged? I've got a challenge for you. 1. Sean Boliner and his friends sneak into a creepy abandoned building and head straight for the basement, which is rumored to be the most haunted area of all. It isn't long before their camera equipment malfunctions, possibly from an abundance of paranormal energy, and leaves them stranded in the dark. When their light returns, a spirit with a pale and dirty face is standing before Sean and his friends. It takes a few steps forward and they bolt out of the house screaming for their lives.
How does something like this even make the list? Like, come on, Chills. Come on, man.
The overall pacing and the way it was shot makes me think this almost has to be a short horror film. And it looks like it could be someone wearing a mask too, but I wasn't there, so maybe I'm being too judgmental. Either way, Sean insists that he still doesn't know what it was to this very day. Scary videos.
I don't think that one was real, and that should not have been number 1. It was too questionable. This was to make me believe. I don't know. I already believe, but that wouldn't have convinced me. That's just my opinion. If you liked what you saw, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everything you guys do. If you made it this far, you're a trooper. Salute. See you later.